When I came in here and climbing up here, I've seen a lot of you, and as my brother Rufai has said, there are a number of you who are expert conspirators who know to assemble coalitions party 2015. And when you did so, particularly to a clueless government, years down the line, we thought that there would have been no weaponization of poverty.
Thank you, sir.
And that all the challenges of Nigeria would have been gone.
Thank you.
But 11 years down the line, here we are, assembled to still bemoan the fate of our country. And the only advice I can give, not being a professional coalition builder and conspirator, as some of you are, is that this time, shine your eyes.
Thank you so much.
Impressive speech by the former governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Dickson. This is very, very important. This is why many Nigerians are wary when they hear about the coalition. They feel Nigerians might make the same mistakes they made in 2015. With all the people that were part of that coalition that brought APC to power in 2015, inside the coalition, they feel we are still turning around in circles. Yes, and considering how some Nigerians can be, they can be very vindictive when they see someone like Amaechi, who served as a minister throughout the 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari. They will say, what has this one got to say now? What did he say under Muhammadu Buhari? When they see someone like Rufai, they will start saying everything he did in the past, especially his role in the Muslim ticket that brought Tinubu to power in 2023. So it is seriously recommended that all these faces that participated in the coalition that brought APC to power in 2015, not that they shouldn't be part of the coalition, but they shouldn't be at the forefront leading the coalition. Yes, this is to make sure they do not play into the hands of APC. You know, they know how to spread narratives. They will simply start campaigning, these people are disgruntled, they are this, they are that. It's because Rufai was denied a ministerial appointment. They will say all sorts of things to discredit them. This is why they should be in the background. But that's not the reality right now. According to the report published by Guardian newspapers, of course you can say it is still the same speculation like the one published by Punch newspapers. Their unnamed source said that the coalition is now thinking about Rufai deputizing Amaechi. Yes, the source said that the reason they are considering this combo in 2027 is because P2B is insisting that he must run with Dati Baba Ahmed in 2027. Also, the second reason is that some of them, especially people in the CPC bloc of Muhammadu Buhari that already moved out of APC, they don't want to back P2B in 2027. This might be for any reason, because you know that Nigerian politicians are always in for what they will gain, not for national interest. There are certain politicians in this country that will never support any coalition that has P2B as the flag bearer. This is simply because of the kind of person P2B is. They know he will never compromise, that he will never continue the type of politics of patronage that has kept Nigeria underdeveloped. They all know this. This was why most of them worked against him, even in some cases stole his votes, because there was no party agent at the polling unit. Now, assuming this is true, that the reason they are considering the combo of Amaechi and Rufai is because P2B is uncompromising. He doesn't want any other person to deputize him in 2027 except it is Dati Baba Ahmed, then that might be wrong. Yes, he needs to compromise going forward, because others cannot participate in a coalition and you expect them not to have their own person, or at least push forward a candidate from their own side. That's not how coalitions work. And also, that's not how political alliances work. Everyone coming to the table comes with something. Yes, that's how it works. The reason Rufai decamped to SDP was to come into any coalition with his own bloc. Like many politicians who decamp to another party, they always do it with a group of people to show their clout, to show that they have the political capital. But when they do all that and you expect them to not contribute, especially nominating a candidate, then it might cause disaffection. So if this is true, then it is wrong coming from P2B. Of course, there is no way to verify this report by the Guardian newspapers, but in any case that it is the situation that P2B is insisting that he must run with Dati Baba Ahmed, then it is wrong, like already said. he needs to compromise and at least accept a candidate or a nomination from the other part of the coalition. You can't expect to have everything to yourself when others are supporting you and you are in a coalition. And now that there are speculations that they want to register a new political party because they are afraid of infiltration and sabotage inside existing parties. And of course, before deciding to register a new political party, they must at least zero in on a candidate that will fly their flag in 2027. Because it doesn't make any sense that they are skipping the first thing they are supposed to do. If you skip the first and go and do number 2, you need to come back to number 1 again. Maybe they might not be able to reach a consensus at that time, so it becomes a wasted venture. Now to the most important takeaway from this news, assuming it is true. It is the fact that they recognize that it is imperative that they support a southern candidate to face Tinubu in 2027. This is the greatest win here. It means they will not be supporting a northern candidate because it didn't make sense in 2023. It's not going to make sense in 2027. That also means that they will not be backing the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar. Is that the end of the road for Atiku Abubakar? Because he is the major promoter of this coalition. As a matter of fact, he started talking about coalition ever before Peter Obi started openly identifying with them. So if this news is true, that means we are making progress. Never mind the fact that Rotimi Amaechi might not be a formidable candidate to face Tinubu in 2027. As the day goes by, they will course correct, assuming they are thinking the same thing Nigerians are thinking, assuming they are thinking in the national interest, not personal interest. You see, Tinubu brought all these on himself. If he had continued running the state the way Muhammadu Buhari left it, or tried to improve on what he met, all these northern politicians wouldn't be doing anything. They wouldn't be running around helter-skelter trying to remove him from power in 2027. But for his own arrogance and selfish interest, the people that are supposed to campaign for him in 2027 are now campaigning hard to remove him. Yes, all he needed to do was run the state the way he met it. Never mind improving, because Nigerians don't really care. But right now, why Nigerians care is because things have become harder. He has been so terrible at managing the affairs of this country. So all he should have done was just run the state. Northerners will campaign for him. He wouldn't need to do any campaigning. He wouldn't put in much effort. After the 2027 elections, assuming he wins, he will now start to implement the hardship. The Northerners will always wait it out. After all, it will remain 4 years by then. After that, power goes back to the north. But right now, the hardship is so unbearable, and also he didn't accommodate them in power. He said it's Yoruba local, so they truly feel left out. They feel abandoned, and because of his arrogance, they are trying to get back at him with vengeance to tell him, you are saying we won't do anything. We will prove to you that we will do something. So the coalition is making progress. All it needs is time for them to realize that the candidate they are about to back will not be formidable enough to defeat Tinubu in 2027. Except they are not serious about it. They are just playing to the gallery. Because if they are truly serious about it, they should have known that the only way to defeat this man is to back Peter Obi. Yes, he's their nightmare. That's why they can't face governance. They're always talking about him. All their hirelings are always talking about him. If they don't talk about him in a day, that means they are not living up to their pay. Yes. One last thing is that Atiku Abubakar should learn something from this. He has never been a northern favorite, and he will not be in 2027 because this is what he's banking on. If he arrogantly contests the 2027 presidential election, then it will mean one thing, that he is against Peter Obi's emergence. Yes, it's as clear as that. Because all the excuses they made in 2023, that Wike and others prevented the zoning of the ticket to the southeast and all the things they said, that was what forced Atiku Abubakar to run. Now all these don't exist. Yes, so what is exactly preventing him from withdrawing and allowing that ticket to be zoned to the southeast? Even if he's no longer in PDP, he's going to contest in another party. Absolutely nothing is preventing him from allowing the zoning to go to the southeast, withdrawing completely to be a godfather. Yes, even if he's a godfather, it doesn't really matter. Let him play the role of a statesman and allow a formidable candidate to face Tinubu in 2027. Thanks for watching.